Okay, it looks like we are live. My hair is kind of whatever. I've been going all day long today. Pins are falling out. Well, hello, Chosen. Yes, it looks like you are the first one in. How are you tonight? Oh, I'm doing okay. So far, so good. I did a whatnot show earlier today, and I've been all over the place. Going all day. So, yeah, so I just went ahead and finally was able to get on. So I didn't even know for sure what time that was going to be. So I had planned on around 9:30, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm trying to get some other stuff done, so it's probably going to be 10." And that's exactly what happened. And I was even kind of late doing that. So anyway, and it looks like so far I'm not um pixely or anything, so that's good. I'm gonna try to get everything moved over here. Oh, well, thank you, Kelly, and welcome. Wait. So you're saying you were late? Just a few minutes. Just a few. It's all good. It's all good. Because I was surprised that I didn't know for sure when Sam was even going to be off. So how the tables turn. Hey, it's my channel. I can do with it what I want. We're just hanging out and chatting. Any reasonable topic? I just happen to choose to crochet while I'm on here. So if you're a crocheter, crafter, if there's people on here that aren't and they hang out. So you're right, Mrs. Jazz Hands. Well, I was trying to give Lenora the vibes and the energy of my jazz hands. She's been having to try to get some stuff done. My favorite, my mom recently started crocheting and she's actually crocheting on the couch right now. Cool. That's a lot of people are picking it up. It's a very relaxing, nice little hobby. And I've been doing it for a long time. Making a blanket for your dad. Cool. He will love it, I'm sure. Personally, I love assembling model cars, and I've dabbled in embroidery once or twice. Crochet would be cool. Hey, everybody has their thing. And some of those model cars, those are pretty intricate. That's a pretty cool hobby. And yeah, I've done embroidery and stuff too. I just don't do really a whole lot of it anymore. I haven't done, oh boy, I don't even know when the last time was that I did embroidery. I used to cross stitch a lot. What way did the universe go? It went the Milky Way. Cute. That's a cute one. Mm. What are 5 detailed fun facts about crocheting? That you get to be creative. I mean, that is a fact. I mean, it is one of the fun things about it that you get to create whatever you want. And whatever you're creating, it may turn out to be something totally different. Only nobody else knows but you, really. Um, oh gosh. It helps you with your patience. You got to be patient and trusting the process, all those kinds of things. I don't know if it's really fun, but on those, but I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to it. Just being creative and stuff is what I enjoy the most out of it. And looking at it and being like, oh, wow, I made that. A sense of achievement, I guess. Oh, here she comes.
Come on, let's go.
Hello. How are you?
I tell you what, after you said 10 o'clock, I thought, oh no. And it has been go, 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 go.
Well, that's what I said whenever I got on here. I was like, I've been going all day long. So whenever it came down to 10 o'clock, even for me, it was like, oh, yeah, I was going to start getting ready around 9:30. And then it got to be like 9:45. And I was like, yeah, I better get on that.
Yeah, that's why when you
So,
said you want to, join later, I'm like, oh, good. I can scarf down some food before I can get on there
yeah,
and nobody watch me eat.
right. Hey, I don't like to eat on here too, but there's sometimes that, yeah, I'm on here long enough that I do have to grab me something to eat, especially if it's 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's 2, 3 o'clock before I get off, so
Right.
it's all good.
Hey, there's the remote.
Oh, so you did list creative, patience, a lot of stuff to it. Oh wow, look. Okay. Chosen was having me list 5 detailed fun facts about crocheting.
How you doing with that?
Well, I mean I tried, but what he got out of it was number 1, creative, 2, patient, 3, a lot of stuff to it, 4, oh wow, look.
Yep.
And then 5, I haven't got a 5th one yet. I mean, I just kinda I so you can add a 5th one if you can think of one.
My peanut gallery said dirty words.
Oh, well, that could be, a fun fact, a detailed fun fact that sometimes that does occur if you get really
It does
frustrated, yeah.
occur.
So there you go, Chosen. Dirty words can happen on occasion during crochet.
That's usually what I tell people when they question me on my prices, how do you price things? I'm like, "Well, it depends on how many
Right.
dirty words got said while I was making it."
Right, right. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. That was about all that I could come up with though, because really, honestly, it was just like, really, it's just being creative. That's all I think about, and enjoying what I'm doing, and just being amazed that I can actually make something look like something out of a hook and a thing of yarn. The fiber and material get to witness the great power of Lenora's snazzy, jazzy jazz hands.
Uh, I thought those were Johnna's.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe that's just his nice way of putting it out there about you. Yeah, you and your bad words. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I told him that I had tried to send my jazzy hand energy to you because you had a lot of stuff to be working on to get, ready for your stuff.
oh. Uh,
And I had to get this blanket back out because it's like, okay, um, I was so close to having it done, and if I don't watch it, it's just not going to get done. And I have to have it done by the first week of March. And we're knocking on that door. We're
we
knocking
are
on that
knocking
door.
on that door.
So, blues hands. So, I'm getting the last of the squares done. I pretty well have them all done, but I feel like I need 5 more. So, I'm just doing solid colors because I don't have any that are just solid, and I thought they can be fillers somewhere.
Right. Pull it all
So,
together.
right. So, that is what I'm doing. And then the fun part of laying them out and figure how I'm gonna, arrange them. I don't know about that yet. Sometimes I can do it pretty quickly and get it figured out, and other times I overthink it too much.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
Hey,
make it harder
Nifty.
than what it's got to be.
Right. And yeah, and it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, when I used to make ugly blankets, it's what we always called them.
Oh yeah.
I just let my daughter mix them up and
Ah,
take the squares and she'd lay them all out on the floor, and then she would
right,
mess with them and I wouldn't watch because I couldn't do it. It was just like, "No, you got this one touching that one," or, and it because it wasn't supposed to have a pattern or anything. It was supposed to be ugly,
right,
so you didn't care what happened to it.
right, right. Yeah,
And I couldn't watch. I had to just let her do it. Now once she got it all laid out and stacked back up for me, it didn't bother me at all. But
right.
otherwise, I was
Yeah.
constantly seeing, this
Oh,
pattern or
I
that,
can feel you on that. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. Because when those things where you're just supposed to make it eclectic and different and like you said, ugly and not and be then it's like, okay, just leave it alone and just throw it out there then. But I would overthink it and I'd be like, oh no, we gotta set it this way. And then it's like that just throws that all to about
Yeah.
being that. I mean, it's
Yep.
like you might as well have just planned it then.
Yep.
So
Who I have a niece that when she was littler, no matter what I made for her, she didn't like it.
uh-oh.
So I was like, well, I'm not
No.
making you stuff.
Right.
And then I had the idea of because I was trying to figure out what to give her for Christmas. And I don't even know how old she was. She was little. I mean, I don't know how old she was. I'd have to ask her. Anyway, so I came up with the idea of making her an ugly blanket and just taking all my scraps and making squares. And then
Uh-huh.
that way I wouldn't care if she didn't like it. It was ugly. What did it matter?
Right.
Best present I ever gave her. She still to this day has it. And that has had to
Oh
be at
my
least
gosh.
20 years ago. And so that started the whole everybody got their own ugly blanket, and then I didn't care
Gotcha.
if they drug it outside or if they,
Right.
left it laying around or, it didn't matter. It was ugly. That's what it was for. You leave the pretty one put
Right.
up and the ugly one,
Right.
I'd drag it wherever you wanted to.
Right. Okay, to know what knowing something means, knowing that you know nothing known. Knowingly, you only know that you know that. A dot in the galaxy. He's gonna make my brain hurt tonight.
I feel like he knows what we know, but he doesn't know that we know he knows. This this used to be my
But we
favorite
know what we
game.
know. Oh gosh. So far, so far we're having a good night. We just got started. We just got started, so oh no.
He says, "Oh, no," and I'm like, "Yeah, no." Oh.
Oh gosh.
Ben,
Did
it's
you-
gone. It's gone.
Okay. Now he sounds like me. Be gone. Oh my gosh.
Well, I started to say something else, and I thought, no, that's the wrong person to say that to. I don't want to say that.
Oh gosh. I did it again. First troll.
The powers of the universe are yours.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just snorted. Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Do you see my book over there? No, I picked it up when we were cleaning, but I don't know if okay. Okay, while you're up, can you grab me that little alligator out of the basket? Okay, that little
You're making
alligator.
fun of my snorting. Oh. Is that the alligator from Poggy's place, or is it the other one? Another one.
The other one. This is one of the
Okay.
foosballs.
Okay.
I don't. So simple, but I ripped him out like 3 times, and
Oh
I still
god.
don't know what the heck. I don't know what I did, but it was about to make me just cut the yarn and throw it.
Well, kind of like me last night with that doggone frogs.
I know, that's why I was showing you so you could. It's like I totally feel your pain over there.
Because those frogs are sitting over there looking at me right now on my mantle.
Oh, I
Sitting
can't
right there
even.
looking at me. And the one he's all cockeyed and oh my gosh. They are cute though. They make a good
Mhm.
pair over there. But yeah, I've not attempted it again today. I was like, nope, we're gonna work on this blanket. I gotta work on the blanket. So we'll attempt it later.
Right.
Because again, don't know what I did because every time, I mean that second time, whenever I did it, it was like, okay, everything's lining up. It looks like it's gonna be just fine. Trust the
Huh?
process. Trust the process. Well, yeah, no. He's not as snaggletooth as the other one, but he's still a little loppy.
Yeah, and see, I don't remember because I made those toward the end of last summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember if I had to mess with it because some of hers I do have to kind of watch the
Yeah.
feet, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep.
But I couldn't. I kept thinking, and I don't remember if I did or not because I want to make my
Right.
loved the toad. I did him in real dark green, and oh my god, he looks all mad and grouchy.
Oh
That
no.
that stump that I take all my pictures on.
Yes.
There's a toad that actually lives in there, and if you soak that down with water, he comes out, and it's so that's what he looks like is that grouchy toad.
God.
It's like, oh, that's too perfect. So
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be. Yeah, I want to get a darker green to do it in, but that's the only green that really was
good
that I
luck.
had that I wanted to work with to do it. Because I have some of the Bernat blanket yarn over there, but I didn't really want to use it for that.
I don't think it'll
And
look right.
that's just it. I didn't think it would either because it's going to be just thick and too thick,
Yeah,
too much on the
yeah.
thick side. So,
I well, it's not this color, but this is that loops and threads that's at
oh
Michael's.
yeah. Hmm.
So it's kind of like in between Bernat and the Parfait Chunky. And
Yeah.
that's but they had a really like dark dark green. And I can't remember what it was called. It was beautiful green. And that's what I used on it. But that loops and threads, I don't know.
See, I've not ever tried it, and I don't hear a whole lot about it, quite frankly. So, and not, I mean, it's not because I've heard bad necessarily, but I just don't hear anything about it really that much.
Have you heard
So,
of the chenille home slim? You've probably heard him
no,
talk about that. No?
no, I've never heard of that.
Hmm. But anyway, that's what it is, and yeah, it's pretty, but it's not necessarily fun to work with.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but whites are horrible.
Huh. Well, like I said, that one brown, that kind of that, I don't know, I don't even remember now. Oh, what did I say? What was it? That brown that I showed last night, that it has been the only one so far that I've had any trouble with. And every time
Croissant.
I'd go to like, pull it through or anything, it would just shed. It was like it was hardly even stuck to the string in the center. You
Mm,
know, I was surprised that I got it to even work up, but to do anything, to pull on her or do anything, it was like, okay, I don't
uh-huh.
know about this.
You'll find that in all of those.
But so far, none of the rest of them had done it, you know? I mean, so far it'd been okay, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll, I don't know.
The Posh doesn't seem to have as many skeins like that, but you'll find it in all of them.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
one of my
I don't doubt that, you know.
yeah, one of the, I know
Before
you know.
when oh, don't know before. Oh.
Anyway, but one of the parfait chunky skeins, I was working it and it got about halfway through it and there was a strip. Well, you can't see it on here about like that, but
Oh,
it was like
right.
somebody just come along and stripped it out and it just had tufts
Right.
here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what that brown was wanting to do to me last night.
Well, at least he's entertaining him.
Oh goodness.
What is that song? What's that song? Oh, Jump in Line. We'll get him started on that. He'll sit there and think about words for that for a minute.
Oh my gosh. Well, depending on what era he's from and how he can, you know, we'll see.
Surely he's watched Beetlejuice.
Don't know.
Beetlejuice. Just Dance. Have you played Just Dance? It's on there. I don't know. It's an older song.
Yeah. I've watched Beetlejuice, I don't know how many times. I watched it here not very long ago even. I think I was up north though, maybe that when watched it last.
Twice was enough for me.
Well, the reason why I watched it again is because it had been a long time since I'd seen it, but then I had contemplated going to see the sequel, but I did not. So,
I watched it in the movie theater.
me too. So
Imagine my
I've been telling his
disappointment.
age. He's laying little cracker crumbs,
Yeah, he is.
possibly. He could be trying to throw us off too. Gosh. How fancy of thee. Oh, shoot.
Now he's gonna act like you don't know what a movie theater is.
Right. Tell me more about this theater.
They do still have them.
Yeah, they do.
You can't afford to get into one, but they do still have them.
That you are correct. That you are correct. Does it have cheap popcorn and clean seats? That's hilarious. We were just talking about that, it being so expensive to go for any kind of entertainment, you know, but then also it's because of the high prices, that's how they get paid. That, even sporting events and all that, it's like they jack everything up and then, the sports people, that's how they get paid, and they get paid a lot of money. And that just kind of, I don't know. I just think it's just ridiculous. Athletes and actors, you know?
But guess who's making it okay for that to happen?
Well,
Everybody that buys a ticket, everybody that goes,
yes, and that's what I told
everybody that
Whitney. And he started the complaint first. And I said, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa." I was like, "You go to concerts, you went to
"Hello,
sporting events,
Jeanette."
you go to movies, And hey, Jeanette, so you have been a supporter because he was saying how everybody was stupid and an idiot. And I was like, you're calling your whole entire family that. I said, we partake of it. I complain, yeah, but I still do it. So, but it's
Yeah,
true. I mean,
that's
it's like,
it.
town set 1 million. Yeah.
Good evening, Michelson.
Hello, Michelson. How are you?
Mhm.
All very well, and you eating pizza, watching you. Oh, yummy. That sounds yummy. Doing good. I could be king of Antarctica instead of the North with that much money. Really?
Couldn't we all? Couldn't we all?
Yes. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yes,
Yes, there was. Yeah, a little bit ago there was. Yes.
because if you read the name, you're probably gonna say
Yes.
something dirty, so you always read in your head first.
Yes, and that's what me I was texting that to her earlier about that. It's like you gotta read the name just real fast to look and kind of see because yeah, a lot of times it's gonna be something like that. Exactly. And that's why I usually don't say any names or try not to unless it's somebody that I already know and I'm greeting them, or every now and then I will say a name, but not too often. You two could be my navigators since you guys know so much about every place.
Well, we know where Ireland is.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Now you totally jumped my thought process. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Well, it's a good thing that this pattern is something that I just already know in my head because, oh my, it would not be good. Oh, onward then, Madam Globe. Oh boy, that's funny. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. That's why I was
Okay.
saying earlier, it's okay to just say hello.
Oh
They can
yeah,
see they're
yeah.
the one that just came in.
Oh right. Oh, I know.
Mm,
I know, but then, I think, "Oh, I wanna be polite, I wanna do the right thing," or blah, 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 and it's like, "Puh." It
Well,
doesn't
then
matter. I
I
don't care if
guess
anybody says my name when I come in, I don't care. So
here's the thing. They want you to say their name when they come in, then they need a username you can pronounce and know what it is.
yes,
That's
yeah, just something simple, not a name this long, and I understand a lot of them
well,
have, like, their shop name or their business name and
right,
things like
that's
that.
different though. That's
And that
different.
is different, and that doesn't bother me, but whenever they do all this string of letters and whatever, and I don't know, and
SQY
like I
and
said
23.
huh? I didn't hear what you said.
I said SQY and 23.
Oh, yeah, right, right. So, yeah, it just okay, chosen. So, yeah,
Oh, no. We'll see.
right.
No, yeah.
I we'll see who we get.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we are on the okay, you got the memo.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Oh, and what I was saying earlier about me talking, because like, when you're on there, I
Uh-huh.
don't wanna keep throwing things up there because you can never tell if they're being quiet because they feel you have a conversation going on with somebody in the chat, like me being in the chat talking to you.
Right, right,
And that's why I'm not constantly throwing stuff out there to you is to see if they,
right. Oh,
will
yeah.
go, so we'll have to
Oh,
have
yeah,
2.
and but I very much appreciated that you were trying to because I was trying to throw things out there, but yet I was the same thing. It's like I don't wanna overtalk, I don't wanna whatever, but I wanna throw a little bit of like, "Okay, I'm throwing crumbs out here a little bit, trying to, but I'm a little bit nervous still about stuff."
Okay,
And so
but
then it's kinda like
you're the
trying to get a
host.
conversation started and asking questions, and it's like dead silence. So
Right? But you're the host, so you
right.
talk.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
you can
know, I know.
you talk nonstop, and then that's what gets them. Because when you got excited and you started talking real fast and
Talking a little
everything,
bit more, yeah, and I was
that's
trying to
when
just get
everybody
through.
else because I was watching the numbers and everything, and that's when everybody kinda started hanging around, and then you got a few to
Mhm.
start talking to you.
Right,
So, but
right.
as the host, the ones I've seen that even in like now, these kinda lives, the ones that talk,
Right.
They get interaction or whatever. Well,
Right. Right. Right.
you know what I mean. They know you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
start,
I
even if we
totally,
have
yeah.
a few moments of we're just sitting and crocheting, they know you're gonna start talking back up again type of thing.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
yeah, so
And
on
that's the
your
thing. I
end,
just need to know that basically it's the same in a way as being on here. And I need to get that in my head and treat it that way. And I think now that I know what I'm doing in there as far as the setup to do auctions and do
I
those
knew
types of things. Oh my gosh. Oh,
uh,
oh, oh, did she get it or no?
oh yeah, she got it. I was talking
Okay.
about the next one in line. And no, Jeanette, you can only see how many there are. You can't see who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't see who's here at all. You can't see
Unless
who's
they
in the
start.
chat or anything like that. Yeah.
But on Whatnot, it does show you who's joined in with your chat.
Yes. Yeah. And whatnot, you can see all that. But
Yeah,
on this, no. Now, if I was on my computer, if I was on my laptop, I would be able to see a little bit more with the program that I have on there now. I think I can see more of maybe who is in, but I don't know for sure yet. So, and that's one thing that I wish that I could be able to see who is in, but you know,
it
so we'll
doesn't
see.
really
I don't know.
matter.
That's another thing I need to look into a little bit more. So, and if I can't, it's fine, but it would be kind of nice to know, you know.
Hey, Cho, she wasn't talking about you. So now who's guarding the map?
Hmm. Okay, I'm back. Is that short enough? Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what row I'm on at this point.
Oh gosh.
Did he change it back?
Oh my gosh. I there he goes. Luna, stop. What are you licking the couch for? She's just looking at me like, leave me alone. Don't. You don't do that. I don't know why you were doing that. Next name Choo Choo. Oh goodness. What are you making, each of you? Well, right now I'm working on a special order baby blanket that are granny out of made out I have granny squares. So I'm making a few extras because I needed kind of some fillers. So to kind of break it up a little bit.
I'm unmaking.
And making
It's a leg, but I don't know to what yet. I don't remember what I picked out.
I don't know.
No, the bear I was going to do with the other yarn. This one I'm doing with that loopy. See how that works out?
Oh wow. No, I've
So,
not ever used it or anything, but yeah.
oh, I ain't never
It's
used this
cute.
one, but I'm going to make this a dog. I think that would make a good dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it will. Yeah. I think it would be cute.
That I found
Uh,
that one in our cleaning.
and you're cleaning.
Yeah, when we was going
cleaning and
through all the stuff,
organizing.
I was like, "Oh, that one's gotta go to the living room." I did, however, think it was gonna be easier to work with than what it has proven to be. Because you see, that's all the further I am on it.
Right,
So
right. I do like it though. I mean, I like the way, with the loops and all that. I
right?
like it because I was able to see it on the TV a little bit better than on the on my phone.
Yeah.
Good evening, people. My wife knows how to crochet headdress and shoes. Oh, interesting. I thought that was a powdered
Heart.
heart. I don't know what that. I don't know.
It's
What am
not it's not bad, but you do have to pay attention to, never mind, Aroni, um, where your stitches fall in the loops. I don't know, it's just hard to explain because the loops are only a section, like, about like that, and then it's just straight, and that's how you get that spiral in there, but your loops will also end up, like, in your stitch, so you gotta be sometimes you gotta kinda pull that loop out and lay it back over so it'll
Mm.
stick out.
Yes, I have my TV on whenever so I can watch for the purpose of me just making sure I'm staying connected and I don't go pixely.
Oh, she's not talking about ours.
And me watching does not count towards any of my stuff. And they won't let you do that anyway. So, but some people have gotten in trouble for it to try because they've done it to try to raise their count or whatever, I think, but that's not why I do it. I do it so I can make sure that I'm staying on and with our Wi-Fi the way it is and stuff, I can kind of keep track. Making sure I'm still here and everybody can see me and hear me. And that's another thing on that whatnot. I don't know. I better not have to every time I get on there
That
go
doesn't
in and
even
then
make
have to back
sense. I
out
don't
and go in again. It makes no sense whatsoever. None.
mm-mm.
So because it doesn't make any sense that I have everything set up for this and everything's fine. I went back in to make sure that all my mic was set up again, make sure that, for visual and everything, output and all that stuff. No, everything was still the same. Nothing had been switched off or done any differently. So I don't have a clue. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
So I just hope that I don't have to do that every single stinking time. It's a place where you can sell your stuff. You can have like a storefront, like an inventory, whatever. Or you can auction your stuff off. So, because you can sit on there and just kind of like this too and chat with people, whatever. You can basically just kind of run it however you want to run it.
Yeah, those one ladies that I would have watched, they do book sales. So they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even do the auction part of it. They they laid the books out, they go through the books, show them what have you, and then they lay them out and they say, okay, comment if you want it. And then they make them a stack, of course, because it's, books, they got so many to go
Right.
through. And then when they're
Right.
ready to check out, then they put it up, they run it through the auction part of it, but they also
Right.
remind everybody, hey, this is so and so's order. So
Right.
you could even go along something along that line to
Right.
where,
And yes, because
you
that
know,
is something that was in the back of my head, kind of to do something kind of like what you just said, because that's what Seth does with his
is it
cards. It's very rare that he just auctions them off. He has it all set up. He has everything set up, and he'll have his nice cards that he doesn't want to sell or anything, but he'll have them kind of up there to kind of give an idea of kind of what he has been able to find and things like that for fun for them to kind of look at and stuff. And I mean, and he's open to some of it to be sold, but for the right price too. But
right?
for the most part, yeah, that's what he does. He'll just, kind of let people know what he has, and he'll put up like little notes or whatever too, so it'll give him a price of kind of what he's asking for certain ones that he has. And he has their lingo up there, which I have no idea what any of that stuff is. So, but yeah, that's what he does too, and he seems to
Yeah.
do okay with it. So
Well, I think once they figure out your system, then they know,
yeah, right,
that, and you have to, kind of be mindful to say it every now and again,
right,
so people, newcomers or whatever can get a better gist.
right. So yeah, it'd be great if I could, like I said, it would be great if I could just sell on there, but I don't know. I mean, I enjoy being around people and I enjoy doing stuff outside though too, because I think, oh yeah, it'd just be so nice if I could just sit here and do this. Well, it'd get boring after a while because I'd just be talking to a screen all the time, and I wouldn't be interacting with people. That's part of the fun of it too. So for me anyway. So
Oh, I like interacting with the people.
yeah. Well, it could be interesting sometimes.
I like more sitting there watching the people actually.
Well,
You
oh
know.
no, I am. Yes, we are huge people watchers, and it is entertaining. It is entertaining.
That's why I can't hardly wait for this mechanical bull riding episode. I
That
just
I
hope
about
I'm
peed my pants when you said that because I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that will be interesting.
yeah. Well, me and my friend were trying to figure out where in the world were they gonna set that up.
Right.
Because that's gotta have some room, and we're looking at this building
Right.
going, we're not so sure that's gonna work out. But then my daughter's friend, they had it up there once before, so he knew that
Oh.
they set it up outside, and I thought, well, March 1st, I hope it's got decent weather, not raining or,
Yeah.
anything like that, or
Right.
they ain't gonna be setting that up.
Right.
Frigid
Yeah,
can
because
you
it's
imagine
still
riding that thing?
oh gosh, no.
Freezing temperatures.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, I'd throw my back out plus anyway.
I
But
thought
it would
about
be fun
that,
watching.
and then I thought it might realign me.
Well, that's a possibility too. It may not align you the way you want to be though. I mean, it could realign you, that's right. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be quite the right weather, but hey, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Well, and we go to Nashville a lot. We haven't been to Nashville the last couple years, but we tended to go to Nashville a lot. And um there'd be times that we just go to the mall and sit just so we can watch the people, because it is quite entertaining. And just kind of fun, because you can tell who some of the people walking through are ones that are there because they do have different areas in the one mall that we would go to, and where they could actually set up and play and stuff, so you could tell the ones who, and of course, I mean, yes, if they had their guitars and stuff with them, yeah, you would know definitely, but some of them wouldn't necessarily. But so it's this kind of an eclectic mix and just fun watching.
Right. And Jeanette, I'm gonna try to catch your live tomorrow night. It'll just depend on how crazy my day goes.
Well, it depends on what time it is because I have my Christmas party tomorrow night. So not that it's going to be a late night for me, but it's of an evening, so okay, that was my blue, so I need a green one. I've been giving you guys background music while I play the guitar.
Cool.
Serenading. Yes. They always have it later, like January, February. Because then everybody gets all their Christmas out of the way and everybody's schedules and everything. It's always been that way. It's always been January, February.
Thank you, dear. Hmm? Mhm. We moved things around and my stuffing was clear across the room.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's not good.
Done. Finished that beehive I was working on.
Oh,
Hello,
yes.
Randy.
Oh, hello, Randy. How are you? Did you have any success with car shopping?
No, Chosen, I did not know. But now I do know. And you know too that I know we know.
Oh, my. Sorry, I think I would scream. I'm ready for it to be over in December. Oh, my gosh. You'd go crazy here then because sometimes it's almost Valentine's Day before I get everything taken down because I just want to hang on to it. I want to hang on to it. This year, though, no. I've had my Christmas down for quite some time. So, but there has been times where it's literally been like almost Valentine's Day and I still have my tree and everything up. So I am one of those people.
What? Did you say
I don't get
14?
to type the rest of what I was going to say since you beat me to
Oh,
the
look above
punch.
your head. Someone's giving you some flack, and I said, "Look above your head," and she's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, gosh. Oh, I kind of guess that, Jeanette. We always kept our tree up though for a long time. Even at home, it was well into January whenever growing up. But part of the reason now was with Christmas and all the stuff, the reason why, but it ended up not, I mean, they ended up coming for Christmas and I could take it down then after that. But with the kids and everything and trying to coordinate Christmas with them, is mainly why sometimes now that I'll keep it up longer. But other times it was just, sometimes it was just I was too busy and I didn't have enough time. And I didn't mind still having my Christmas lights on because I like to have them on at night. It was just nice and soothing. Yes, he does, Jeanette. Ah, that's what people who add too many light to trees say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Did I add too many lights to my tree? Is that what you're asking? Are you asking if I had like a pre-lit tree and added lights to it to make it more light? I did have to add lights to it because I kept it plugged in so long that the one string of the lights on the pre-lit tree went out, and I did have to add lights to it and shoved them in the center to make it pretty.
There just ain't any words for that.
Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not like Griswold or anything. I'm not that. No, I'm saying is that your excuse for keeping the tree up until the next leap year? It's not up anymore. It got taken down early this year. Mhm. But no, I do. I like my Christmas lights. I do. I really do. I put lights on my mantle. I with my greenery. I have them all shoved in there. I am lit up like a Christmas tree through my whole house. Honestly, not gonna lie. So yes, I do like my Christmas lights. That's why they that's what they all say until you see this strange fluorescent glow flicker upon their face. Okay, I'm lost on that one.
Too many light. It's not too many lights, but it's lighting up their entire face.
I guess. I don't Oh, my grands love him too. Now, if I had somebody that would just come and do all my outside lights and whatever, do my decorating for me so I wouldn't have to do it and come and take it down for me, then I could potentially be the equivalent of a Griswold, maybe, but I don't know. I'd want it to look cute though. I wouldn't want it to be, too tacky or gaudy, but
Or look like the neighbors.
Right. I don't want right.
Um, because they have companies that'll do that for you.
Oh yeah. I know.
But
They have them all around here.
yeah. So, but I discovered that you can tell which ones have the companies come out because it's all the same lights, and if you're lucky, it's a color change. It's like, why
Well,
aren't you all
yeah.
original? You
It's
really
like
busted that one out now.
right. And that's the thing. I want to plan it. I want to do it. I want to tell them what to do and how to do it. You guys never said anything about my face reveal on my profile pic.
Because there ain't one.
Yeah, exactly. There isn't one. Never has been. Never, ever, ever,
Hello,
ever
CJ.
have been. Hello, CJ. Sally said to me, "What the hell holiday is it here? Cardboard turkey on kitchen table, Christmas tree in living room, and Valentine's Day lights outside." Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're all jacked up, Brandy. I know I look like the letter C, but I assure there's no relation.
Oh,
Oh goodness.
or with that thought process. Oh,
Oh boy. Yeah.
there's no relation to C, but he is related to in no. God. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to have a thought process on here because it's not gonna work. Totally
No, it's
lost that.
not. It's not. I hate messing
But
you two slow up, but it's funny having you guys read my nonsense. Oh my.
oh,
You make my brains go scramble sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. You make me think too hard and I don't want to think.
oh,
Hello, Isabella. Huh?
that's not my issue. My issue is keeping my mouth shut.
Well, it's a combination sometimes. But then it's
Well,
also
you
that I
know.
focus on something else and then I'm like, okay, I'm missing something. Do I need to read between the lines and whatever? And then I'm like, okay, it's taking me a minute. But it's because my mind is on something else and I'm not tracking, you know? So, yeah. Dad said, Randy, before you put St. Patrick's Day out, put all the holidays away for the love of God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're going to get yourself confused, Randy.
Hi, Isabella.
Okay, I'm not going to repeat that.
I'm making a leg, but I don't know what it's going to go to yet.
Making a leg still. I'm crocheting granny squares for a baby blanket order. Since there's no thought process behind that, right?
It's not that it requires a thought process. It's there was a thought process and then it got derailed by the nonsense that you're putting on the screen, or there's a very quick-witted comeback to it that we don't really need to get in the back and forth on.
True.
Randy, did you go test any sports cars? That's what I want to know.
Right. I asked him if he had any luck, and he may not have heard me. So,
I don't
but yeah,
know.
you told him to go test drive something
You
fun.
know what? We used to do that.
Hey, I don't blame you.
It wasn't my idea. I had a friend, he loved those, remember those Fieros?
Yes.
He loved them stupid things, and he would find them in car
Oh
lots.
my gosh. Yeah.
And then he'd come get me and be like, "Let's go test drive this car."
Oh gosh. Yeah. By the way, I found 2 vehicles. I've test drove 11 vehicles so far. Oh my golly, Randy.
I hope some of them were for fun and not just being overly thoughtful on the process.
Right? Have a little fun, have a little
Not
fun.
gonna say the other word, but you know what I'm thinking.
Are you asking me about the sound, Jeanette? What do you about your sound? How do you do your sound? One was for giggles and poo poo. Okay. Well, that's good that you had some fun.
No.
I do this on my phone. I'm on my phone, Jeanette. I don't have to have I don't have a microphone.
I got a mic, but it's never once been taken out of the box. It's still sitting over there.
Yeah, I've never ever got one. That's one thing that I've not ever purchased. I've never I mean, Sam has his whole
Oh,
setup, fancy mic and all the rigmaroles, but I haven't. Oh, Camaro.
right.
Yeah. There you go, Randy. It's just through my phone. That's all I have. It's nothing
Hmm.
special. Because I do have a camera and I have a laptop. Never got a mic. Never did that. But Sam, he's on just a regular desktop. I mean, he has his whole. I mean, he has a whole gaming system. He has all of the gadgets, all the everything, and he's got his whole setup or whatever. Me, yeah, I have a phone stand I got on Amazon and my phone. And that's it. You don't need a lot of just to do this. I mean, some of them, they do go all out and they get all the equipment and all the things, but honestly, a lot of the people I do follow that have been on here for years and have thousands and thousands of followers, this is what they do. They just do it on their phone. And I do all my editing for, like, any of my videos that I've done, I do it all on my phone. I have a program on my phone that I do it off of. So but now if I wanna go back and edit any of my live stuff that I've done or anything like that, I have to go through my computer, but I've not done any of that. I don't really care to do it. And I'm glad that I have my camera because, I mean, I will use it, but it's still sitting in the box, and but to do other filming stuff, I would like to try to use it and see what I think. But to me, now that I'm so used to doing it this way, to switch over to being on a camera and having to download all that stuff and use, doing the SIM cards and all that, to me is just way more work than what it needs to be. you know, I mean,
Okay.
but to save any of my stuff or anything, if I want to piece things together or do anything like that, I mean, it would be much easier to have the SIM cards and stuff to do certain things. But right now, it's not a necessity for me. It's not the focus of really. So it depends on what your deal is, what you're
Uh,
planning on doing.
okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't do any of my editing on my PC at all. I just do it all on my phone.
if you're, like technologically illiterate, the less steps you have to make, the better it's going to work for you.
Yeah, and that's just it. It really, again, it's one of those things of preference and what you want to do, and how you want to
Mm.
do it. It just that's what it comes down to, you know.
I
So
start getting a SIM card invited or involved, and it's all
right.
downhill from there. You can just kiss it all goodbye because I'll have it messed up to where you can
Oh,
tell me
I'll
you
have
know
it
computers.
lost. I'll have it lost. I mean, whatever. I mean, so yeah, my two cars I'm interested in. A 19 Chevy Trax LS and a 17 Nissan Rogue Sport. Oh, nice. I've done a lot of tutorials and that takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically have just everything that I've done, I've thrown myself in and just started doing it. And I've learned by trial and error and just I mean, yeah, I've researched some stuff and whatever, but but I learn totally different than a lot of people. So that is, yeah. And I can watch tutorials and I can have somebody tell me and all the things, but I honestly have to do it. I am almost like a three-way learner even. I mean, I can watch it and that'll help me, and then I can have somebody kind of alongside me, but then I also just have to do it and allow me to make those mistakes so then I can figure out the solution, then I learn how to do it. And then if something does happen later, then I know how to fix it, you know? So I'm the go around 20 mountains before I get there person sometimes too.
Mhm.
I don't take the shortcut a lot of times. And I
I'm
wish I wish I could take the shortcut sometimes. But I think, with some of the stuff, you can just get yourself overloaded with so much information too, to where you're back right at the beginning and don't know what you're doing. You can't figure it out
Yeah,
sometimes because
because
it's too much information. It's too much overload.
well, and it starts contradicting itself.
Yes. Yes. And what works for one person isn't going to work for everybody. You just have to find your own way. Tutorials limit how many people watch your channel, I think.
Yeah, because if they aren't interested in tutorials, they have no reason to watch.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if that's all, yeah. Yeah, for as far as content goes, and if you're that creator of that and whatever, I mean, they're only going to watch it so many times or whatever too. I mean, and just there's only going to be so big of an audience for that, I guess, whatever.
Right, but if you can do like a mix in there and have
Mhm.
a lot of them do that, have tutorials,
Yes.
but they also have just maybe your
Yes.
lives or maybe
That's what I
your
was yes.
yeah,
I was going to say
and
the
then
same
that
thing.
yeah, then you appeal to a wider audience because like I don't like watching tutorials.
I don't
I
either. If
can't.
there's a pattern with a tutorial, nope, I'm not going to do it. That's just me. And
If you're gonna write a
I
pattern, don't send me to a video to learn
nope.
what you should have taught me in the pattern. That's
Yeah,
like
nope.
you ain't got no business
Yeah.
if you can't write it out.
Because that's with that one girl that I follow a lot that I do some of my stuff kind of from looking at her patterns and stuff sometimes, some of her tops and things like that. There's a lot of her stuff that she'll have tutorial to do it, but it's like, no, I'm not going to watch your tutorial. I mean, I can look at your thing and probably figure it out on my own, if I
Right.
just,
Well, and
you
if
know.
I'm stuck, if I can't, like I need a visual, I
Hmm.
don't have a problem finding a tutorial and looking at. But to sit
Right. If
there
you're
and
looking at like a
follow the
sketch or something or whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't want to buy a pattern that doesn't give me the
Mm-mm.
instructions and says go look at my tutorial. Well, no, you were clever enough to write the pattern this far. I'm not gonna go,
Right.
you know, had I known
Right.
beforehand, I wouldn't have bought the pattern.
Right. Right.
But, you're when you only do one style, you're really niching down into one
Right.
category and,
Right. But if you do like with Jeanette, Jeanette, I think you are liking writing your patterns and doing all the things, and that is something you enjoy. But to get a bigger audience, to get more people, yeah, it would be wise to consider, having a better, getting outside the box and doing other things, and like doing the lives and stuff and just, sitting, crocheting, chatting, talking about a topic, whatever, however you decide to do that, just leave it open for, doing more than just tutorials, maybe. I haven't went through and watched all your videos yet or anything, so I don't know what all you have or anything. I did go and subscribe, but I haven't sat down and had enough time to really look at them or anything yet. So to really know what all you do offer. So
Okay, I understand pattern writing's not easy. But when you sit down to write a pattern, you can't just get to a certain point and say, "Well, I don't wanna write this part out, go check out my video." And the lady that I got this pattern from is very, uh, skilled in writing patterns. I've got many of her patterns. So to get one of her patterns and her just be like, "Well," and there was 2 different things on there that she had the ability, she has the skills to be able to write that out. So why all of a sudden we're gonna send us over to a YouTube video other than to accomplish more clicks and time and
right,
that kind of stuff, there wasn't no need for it because I had already done enough of her patterns to know she had the capability to word that.
right,
It doesn't make an excuse for using a video, because if you're
yeah,
gonna commit to pattern writing, then you should take the time to write the pattern.
right,
Last time I checked, it was a voluntary thing.
right, right. I'm going to bed. I've got to get up early and get to oh yeah, you have your festival this weekend. That'll be fun, Randy. You sleep well too, and thanks for coming in and stopping in and saying hey and hanging with us for a little bit.
Night, Randy.
And I've had different ones that have gotten a hold of me, for some of the things that, some of my top, like wearables and stuff. And they'll say, "Oh, when's the tutorial?" And it's like, no, you're not. I'm not going to do one. I'm not, I don't have a desire to do that. Now in the future, will I change my mind? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know why this boy taunts me.
I guess because he thinks he can't and then they can't. I don't know. I just don't want people to be disappointed, and I don't have pattern testers.
Okay, first off, take your time, write it, rewrite it. There's no big rush. Write it
Right,
as you're
right.
doing it. And
Because that's the thing for me. For me, like for some of my stuff, I have made notes on things sometimes with some of my tops and stuff that I make and some of my wearables. So then whenever I do go back, then I will remember what I did, as I'm going, because you don't wait until it's all done and then be like, oh, okay, now how did I do that? I mean, to me, it makes sense that you would write it as you were doing it, and then you can go back and alter it if you need to, make edits, whatever, and maybe even go through it and make the garment again right after that, whenever you've written the pattern, so then you know what to change possibly if you did something wrong.
well, and not only before you ever even send it to the tester, set it off to the side. Don't
Oh
look
yeah,
at it. And
right,
then come
right,
back a span of time later and read it, work it as you read it, because then it's not
right,
already so fluent in
right.
your head that you're automatic about working
True.
it. You have
Right,
to remind yourself and you'll catch different things,
right. Yeah.
you
Because
know.
it'd almost be like, okay, you can think of it as like, okay, I'm a person that just bought this pattern, let's say, or I'm the tester. And then, like you said, then it'll be like, yeah. And then you can catch those things.
Yeah. See, I would, and I thought about doing pattern testing, and I decided that probably wouldn't be the nicest thing for me to do.
Yeah, I there's a girl that I know that she does do a lot of pattern testing, but I've really not had a desire to do it either.
Well, like, goes back to what we was talking about the other night about people, they just can't take criticism,
Yeah, right.
kinda like
Yeah.
the sarcasm.
Yes.
You're not
Mhm.
trying to
Yep.
be mean, you're pointing out the things that you
Right.
see,
Right.
so don't get all offensive because
Right.
I read it this way, you meant it that way, but that's not, and so
Right.
it's just like, I'm not even gonna, uh,
Mm.
I don't know, and I see a lot of that where,
Yeah.
you know
Right. Oh yeah.
and it's like, well,
Yeah. And
if you have to be able to take criticism and you have to evaluate, do you have somebody that's just
oh
being
yeah.
overthinking things, or, because you got to take all into consideration so you don't get all offended and whatnot, because there are people that way overthink things, or they say, what if a lot, so that all, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was just like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna get wrapped up in that world, cause
Right. Yeah, it would be hard because if you did find something, because even with me, with doing that Darth Vader pattern, I knew that. I mean, she was nice. I mean, needed any more help, feel free. And so it's like, okay, she is, that's good, because
Right, and a
she,
lot of them, yeah, a lot of them are that way. I mean, they're
yeah.
very nice, very helpful and everything,
Mhm.
but there's always that one person out there, and I'm gonna find them. I guarantee it.
Well, with my luck, yeah,
Yeah.
with my luck.
It's like,
Oh
"Thanks for
boy.
making this look so fun." Don't
Right?
encourage him.
Oh my gosh. Uh,
It's
it's
getting handled. It's getting
okay.
fixed.
Okay, because I was getting, but I thought, okay, I
When
was getting ready.
That's my little attention draw. I can do that in a
Okay.
crowd, and they will find me.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to think. What do I want to do?
Oh, don't bait me, CJ. I got a lot of comments for that. You're gonna end up in jail again, Mister. I don't
Yeah.
have 50 emails.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Somebody has
Jeanette,
way
what got
too
kicked
much
out?
time on their hands. Somebody has way
You
too much time on their hands. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on a second. Oh my gosh. It's an eyeball.
I don't know what you oh god.
Yeah, it's an eyeball.
I
So,
got it.
okay, is that his eyeball? Is that is that your big old brown eyeball?
Well, I would hope not. That means he popped it out to take the picture of it.
Well, he could have had it clear up here to his eyeball to take the picture.
No, I'm not guessing so. Look at that thing. You ever seen a
I mean,
fake
it looks like
eyeball?
it's an intact eyeball to me, but
Well, I am back further, so I'll have to take your word for it.
Well, I went up to my TV and looked at it.
Oh, did you?
That's what I said. I'll be right back.
Well, I didn't know what she was doing. I didn't even notice the eyeball. I'm busy trying to just stay on top of the words.
You see, I am like trying to watch everything and pay attention to everything and plus do, and it's like my brain is all over the place. So that's why there's sometimes it just takes me a minute. Yeah, it's I. What about it? Oh, getting sassy.
He's really got a thing for eye tonight.
I guess. Oh my gosh, it's kind of wicked. I mean, it's just looking right at me. Uh, From my TV screen, it's like doing. If
And
that's what you guys have to say about me, eyeball, then who know what you'll say about my person. No, we're just trying to figure out how in the heck you took the picture of your eyeball. You
okay,
had to have it like stuck to the lens of your camera.
and we don't know that that is your actual eyeball.
Exactly. You could have got it from
So,
anywhere. You could have
boo-hoo.
got it from anywhere.
That's right. It could be your dog's eyeball for all we know, and you're just trying to pass it off. Poor things walking around with a dry eyelid.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's your exciting news? You keep saying, but you don't tell us. What is it? Oh my gosh, I may have to go up and look and investigate the eyeball again.
Don't look at it anymore. You did quit giving him attention.
Well, it's a diversion
What?
from no
the,
way my
the peanut
eyeball
gallery
just.
said she thought it was a dog's nose.
Oh my gosh. No way my eyeball just got this insulted in 3 seconds. Well, I never seen it, CJ.
I didn't see it either. But you know what? Earlier today, I typed out a whole paragraph and sent it to,
And
or that
that,
was last night,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yes.
And she's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And it never went through.
Because she even said, I'm not retyping it. And it was like, well,
Oh, you
it
got
never
to.
came through.
Okay, yay!
Oh, you got to knit today. Okay, yay.
That would make you want to do a little dance.
Yeah. You guys put your eyeballs close to the camera and let's talk.
You should not put that much evil close to a camera.
Dude. Oh my gosh. See how it feels. Well, you didn't have to do it. You
I
made the
want to do
choice
it,
to do
Johnna.
that.
Johnna, I want to do it. No.
Oh gosh. And your wrist
Good
didn't
gosh.
hurt. That's awesome, CJ. I'm glad that you're able to now. That's great. That's seriously, yeah, that makes you feel better.
I have lost my first stitch.
Oh gosh.
Damn, Joseph. All right, I think I'm at it.
May my eye always look. Oh my.
As long as it ain't looking backwards, I guess you're okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, I gotta let Lou out again.
Hmm.
Are you gonna go or not? I'm not gonna stand here. It's cold. They're working to you. Hey, Kathy. How are you tonight? Now he's closed his eye. Is that an eyelid with some eyelashes?
I'm not looking. I'm not even looking. God only knows what he's taking pictures of. It'll just stay a
Oh,
dot as
don't
far as
even
because I'm telling you from
don't
here,
start
it's
saying
not
that
looking
kind of
good.
stuff. Don't start saying that because that could end up being really, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just like I'm not paying attention. I'm reading the words and I'm not looking at any pictures. I've got enough scarring in my life.
Okay, I don't know what she's barking at.
Dear.
Luna! Luna! Luna, come on! I hope it's still
Yeah,
weird.
you should see what it looks like on this end.
Lulu, come on! Luna! Dang it, Lenora, it's a closed eye. Get your head out of the cover. The holy eye is coming back. Oh gosh. Luna! Come on! No, we better not have to take another car ride.
I'm not going. Eventually she's gonna get cold. It's not nice out there.
Oh, I know it's not. And usually she doesn't stay out too awful long, but she gets on something and she doesn't stop.
Hmm.
She's not barking anymore, but I don't see her either. So
Hold Chosen's eye out there. Maybe he can see her.
there you go. Oh my gosh, another eye picture.
How did we even get on eyes?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
You do indeed see the Luna.
Oh, holy moly.
There she goes barking again. Luna!
Oh, holy smacks.
Luna! Get in here. Thank you. Okay. What were you doing? What was he doing? Were you? Oh, you're. Okay. Your tail is like a whip. No, I meant no. Did I miss anything good?
Oh, I don't know. I quit paying attention.
Uh-oh.
Had to go back and figure out what I messed up.
Whoa, sister.
Still managing to work that word no into everything.
Yeah.
I know.
Kathy was wanting to know if you made your sweater, Lenora.
No. No, this is it's actually knit. I actually got it from my cousin. She was moving to Florida. Best story ever. Moving to Florida and was getting rid of all her winter stuff, and she has all these like cover up sweaters because they lived in a
Yeah.
1920s house.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so she's like getting rid of them. Like, okay, but it's, at a certain point, I'm like, you probably ought to take some of these with you. Oh no, it's nice in Florida. Yes, it is. Until you
Until.
acclimate to your area.
Right.
I just seen a picture of him down there. He's got a fur hat on. It was 69 degrees. was like, "Really? Aren't you glad I made you take some of your winter stuff?"
Right?
I mean, she is getting rid of which, you know, basically she just downsized, but she was
Yeah.
throwing it all out, and I'm like, "You might wanna think that over."
Mhm. Yep.
Kinda like when we hit them 50 and 60 days, we're all
Yeah.
gonna be out there running around in shorts.
Exactly. Hey,
Well, some of us will, others
it'll
of us
it'll
won't
feel
wear
like
shorts.
it'll feel like summertime.
Right?
Oh, jeez.
Hang on. Next one. Okay. Okay. Actually, I don't do wearables. I will do hats and, like, headbands and, simple things like that. But, I tried doing oh, man, a really cool looking sweater.
Mhm.
Mhm. You know those sweaters you see in the movies where the one arm's hanging off and the other arm's clear up here? That's the sweater I got.
That's what
It
oh my gosh.
was really cool though because the sleeves were solid, but it had like the um like the doily kind of designs and they were
Oh,
all interlocked in the
okay.
front of it. I don't know what you
Right.
call it. Um but you know what I mean. It pretty much is the beginnings of a doily and then they
Mhm.
just put them all together. Oh man, it was
Right.
so cool looking. Nope.
And it
No,
it
I can
didn't make it. It didn't make
no,
it.
no. I kept it for a long time because I had the motifs, there we go,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
done,
yeah, yeah.
and they were in the, suede. They were done in
Oh.
suede,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, and I held on to them thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna do it." No, my daughter's been after me for a Weasley sweater for God, a long let's just say long enough it's become a quite the battle. I won't do it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I can make doll clothes all day long. Give me a
yeah.
doll clothes on, I can put it together for you.
Right.
So, joke's gonna be on her. I found a Weasley pattern for a sweater this big.
That'll have to do. That's
That
just
is
gonna have to
gonna
do.
I'm even gonna
Oh,
stick a Christmas ornament hanger in it.
there you go. That would be cute. Oh my gosh. Hey, at least, at least you made her one.
No, I ain't made it yet. I found the pattern.
Well, okay.
It's it's sitting there.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe I can do wearables now because I tried that sweater back years ago. Maybe I just
Mhm.
didn't have the skill set yet to
Right.
pay attention to, hey, this ain't working out right.
Right. I think you would do just fine at it.
Oh, I know something I was going to ask you.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
we're going to go back to our childhood.
Okay.
Do you remember Do you remember everybody wearing boxers as shorts?
Um,
We
around
would
around here it wasn't as much, but I know in different places that yes, they did. I do
Okay,
remember, but not as
okay,
much around here. They didn't. But yes.
okay. So I have this one pair of boxers, and I wear them for shorts.
Oh
And my
gosh.
daughter has a fit because I'm wearing my underwear around, right? Every time I'm like, I am telling you, this used to be a thing. Everybody used to do this, especially the
Yeah.
girls. You wore the boxers as shorts. Okay,
Right.
so I don't even know how long we've had this whole, and she's just like, won't even be seen with me if I step outside the back door.
Sure.
Guess who come in and she's like, "Do you know what trend is coming back?
Oh my
The
gosh.
boxer shorts."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I don't know if I can handle going through it a second time.
Right. I mean, I remember that I had some that I just wore around the house and stuff. I mean, even after I was married, they weren't Whitney's. They weren't because he didn't wear boxers. But there were some that I did wear. I mean, back in the '90s, like mid '90s,
And
that I
they were
did.
made for that. They weren't
Yeah, and
necessarily
but I haven't for
boxers, but
years
that's what
though
they
now.
were.
Right. Right, exactly. But now I don't. I haven't had any for I don't know how long like that. So, but that's interesting if they're coming back. That's interesting.
Right? I hope they wear them better than they wear their jeans.
Yeah. Oh. Ugh. Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious, was the one
Oh my
trend that just
gosh.
sets her off is she's like, "See, I told you." Because she thinks I've been making this up the whole time.
Right.
And
No, no, it's not. It's not made up.
no,
It's not.
and it really wasn't even our childhood, it was more like our young adulthood,
Right.
teenage
Yes.
years, you know?
Yeah. I mean, because there, like I said, it was some, but it wasn't as much as like in some other areas, around here. But
Mhm.
and it was almost like we were a year behind everybody too, where
Yes,
we're
by the
at.
time it gets to us, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you wore the sports bras with them, because those were your,
Yes.
tank tops and everything. Okay,
Yes.
so my oldest daughter
Yes.
was like, I never thought anything of it, but now that I'm older, I realize my mother was picking me up from school in her underwear.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I said, if you can go to the gym and wear that and work out, it is perfectly
Right.
acceptable to pick your kid up from school in it. She's like, it was still your underwear.
Oh my gosh. Well, I used to tell
No.
my kids, I'm not getting out of the car, so what does it matter? If
I
I'm not
didn't
getting
get
out of the
out of
car, then what does
the
it
car.
matter? You what?
I never
You
got
did.
out of the car.
Well, see, it doesn't matter.
And I was not like I was there every day to pick them up. It was just if they had like
Right.
practice or something like that. And I just
Right.
pull up in front of the school. They'd jump in the car and we'd drive off. That's all there was to it. But I
Right.
swear to God, she's scarred to death now that she realizes that nowadays they're considered underwear.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. So funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got excited. Your sister cracks me up.
There's walking outside barefoot, and then there's
Then
that.
there's that.
Oh. Oh shoot. I'm doing the wrong stitch. Wrong stitch, Johnna. Well, I know back in the day when my kids were a little bit older and stuff, and we'd, need to run to town for something or whatever, since we live in the country, we weren't always going to town because it's like it was just you planned your trips to go to town,
Right,
because
right.
otherwise, I mean, it would just, be a train wreck. But anyway, and so they would get so mad because it's like, it's taking you forever to get ready. All we're doing is like going to Walmart or something, let's say, to get our, get our stuff and whatever. And it's like, okay, would you rather me look like this or would you rather me look like this? Because some of the people, it's rather, I said, I could wear my pajamas if you want me to, I guess. I mean, do you really want me to do that? I mean, because it's like, okay. I mean, because, yeah, if I couldn't get by with it, I would.
Oh no.
But there are some people that's what they wear, and I'm
I
like,
understand,
even to this day.
and we wonder why we have so much depression in the world. Get out of bed.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I guarantee if I run across my kids in the store and they're wearing them PJs, there's words said in the store.
Yeah. Right. But of course, I had to also remember that I had boys, and boys, they just, threw their stuff on and they were ready to go. And it's like, it's different when you're a girl. It really is. It's different. You want to look halfway presentable.
I didn't necessarily had to be presentable, but there had better be pants on. You could wear a baggy
Well, and that's
t-shirt,
what I
whatever,
mean to
but there had
be
better be no PJs.
right.
Oh, I sat there too long.
Making a 6-day star blanket. I started one of those, Nicole, and it's over there in the corner. I'm 100%. You guys look like angels compared to what I seen when I worked at Walmart.
Oh, that's scary. There's some scary stuff that comes in Walmart, especially at
Yeah.
nighttime.
Yeah.
Not really scary, scary, but enough that you're like, don't look.
Yeah.
When all the weirdos also come out too.
Right. But even with my boys, they don't dress like that. They do dress
Oh, mine will.
appropriately and
I
put together and everything. But it was just so funny because it's like, okay, so you can do your guy thing and just throw your stuff on and be okay with that. But for me to look somewhat presentable too, I mean, it's not like I was dolling myself up and putting all my makeup on. At least I had my
no,
hair combed
right.
and had decent clothing on. That was my thing. And they thought that was like going overboard. And it's like, no, not really. I mean, because I could really embarrass you. I could, but I don't want to embarrass myself in the process. May I see your 6-day star blanket? Well, I'm sorry, Nicole, no, because I'm not sure where it is in the corner in the pile. So I would have to dig and it would take me a hot minute. So I'll try to find it, and so when I'm on next, then I can show it to you. I haven't got a whole lot of it done yet. So I've just started it because I'm trying to use it to use up some of my scrap of like my, you know, End of skein. I have
Oh, I
worn
would
my
never.
boots and nightgown to Walmart at nighttime. Oh, I couldn't do that. I would be like, it's the aisle over there. And when they looked away, I ran. Oh my goodness. I was going to say boxers would never make the people of Walmart. Oh, okay, you're fine.
Well, I didn't wear the boxers out running around town either. I wore them
Right,
around the house, but
right,
we go outside.
right.
That was the issue was, one, wearing them around the house because now I'm parading around in my underwear, or if, God forbid, I go outside and one of their friends goes by and sees their mother out in their underwear. But I would not wear that to Walmart, even
Right,
not even at a young age, I would not wear that. Now,
right.
my brother went to a job interview in his and got the job.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Um,
Right? That's what makes the difference is how old are you? Can you really get away with it? Because there ain't no way you're gonna get me in boxers outside now.
right? One, two, three, four.
Right, that's what we was talking about, Nicole.
There is like boxer shorts that are like a piece of clothing, like not underwear. Yep. There are videos of the people of Walmart that are the strangest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen a few of those too, Jeanette. Listen, listen to the motto was do what you want, just don't eat Taco Bell and use the restrooms here after. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure that you had it in some interesting moments. Oh. Mortifying, scarring, and recoverable.
That's what my kids
What?
say.
I'm sure there were those times.
Where's her? Oh, can't hang.
Oh, a knitting machine? Hmm. Nope, literally every day was something new. It was a super center by a highway, so I only ever saw new customers from who knows where. You're in a super center? Oh, nice.
I believe at one time they were all super centers.
They,
Maybe that depends on your area.
I was gonna say it probably depends on the area because I don't know that
Yeah.
ours ever was. I don't think it was. But it's been so long ago. I mean, we've had one for so long that
That's what I got to thinking about. It's like, wait a minute, because it started out, ooh, this one's a super center, but then they all started
right.
turning into the same thing. It was just
Yeah.
by area of how much variety or whatever did they carry.
Right.
Yeah, because it used to be if you went traveling, you hit the Walmarts to see the different
Oh,
stuff
no.
because they would have different things to look at. Now
Mhm.
it's like a rare thing to find something different, and you got to go
Right.
clear across the country to find that something different.
Right. Yeah,
Flip
because it's
color.
all just very cookie cutter now, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how I feel about the knitting machines. I see different ones of them doing the centros is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
And stuff like that, but they skip stitches so much. I mean, even while they're doing their recording their lives and stuff, they'll have such problems with them and everything. And I don't know. I guess again, it's one of those things of preference and what you want to do. And I just rather hand make mine. There's nothing wrong with the machines, but I don't know.
See, that's where you hit that gray area of is it still considered
Yeah,
handmade?
I know, and that's what and it is an art, and if you can do it and stuff, it's like
Right. And you still have to babysit the machine and everything, but you know, in the same way, I
right.
feel like it's kind of along the lines of cheating.
A little bit, yeah. And kind of like the fast fashion stuff that you know, the different places have come out with and that type of thing too.
What?
And I'm not saying the quality would be super poor, but if it's skipping stitches and doing things like that and not, I don't know. I mean, and I know
You-
you can do things by hand too and really screw up too. I know that, but
I've proven that all night long. What are we at? 2 hours and I got one leg done that should have taken me 30 minutes.
oh, I've had those days and nights.
Well, he knows. Yep. He's the one responsible for all that. I'm not even going to get started again. I just had a whole line going. Never mind. I'm going to quit because I'll get going on that and then I'll be talking to everybody like that.
Crochet a copy of my radiant, outstanding, astonishing, astronomical, eccentric profile picture. Oh my.
God. Make him spaghetti and he still ain't happy.
Oh, you made him. Get you now. I get you. Oh yeah, I seen that you had liked it and said I think you had put something on Facebook. Thank you. Well, welcome back, Isabella. That's Mr. Choo. You missed. Sure, crochet Lego. I'm moving right along. I have almost all my squares made, so I haven't started putting it together yet or anything, but still crocheting the squares.
I finally got one done. I just finished it. Now I'm starting the last one. I think the last one. You know how mad that would have made me to lose count and have an extra leg?
Oh gosh. Okay, I'll be right back. Because of having issues.
And yes, Chosen, we realize that you guys are talking. That's the whole point.
Sometimes people in the chat talk to other people in the chat when guys are focused, so I'll just do at Johnna and at Lenore when I talk. How many yarns do you have? Total? Who are you asking? I don't know. Who are you asking about the yarns? It's just you guys. Look at the camera and make these what the what faces in confusion. Yeah, I admit I do.
It's not confusion. I'm trying to read the freaking screen without looking like I'm squinting.
You're not doing a very good job.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, here is why I won't put my glasses on. See any similarities going on here?
Hey! And these are smaller than what my other ones were. My other ones took up half my face. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have no idea how many skeins of yarn that I have if you're wanting to know the collective number of how many yarns I have. I have no clue. I don't keep count of mine. But the ones that I'm using right now, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. If you're wanting to know how many I'm using for in the blanket. But otherwise, no, don't have a clue. Nope, not one clue.
I don't see how me wearing glasses has anything to do with my opinion of you.
Please just.
Man, I wish I had my cousin's glasses. I kept when we cleaned out her house, I kept all the reader glasses and everything that she had,
Oh yeah.
and now I wish I had them in the house because I could be like Chosen and change my glasses as often as he changes his name.
There you go. With whatever struck your fancy that day,
That's
right?
right. I swear.
Chosen, the universe, chosen verse. Somewhere out there are 100 billion chosens getting made fun of by 100 billion Lenoras.
Oh, somewhere in there's a version or a verse. What is he said? A verse? A verse? And I said, go forth.
Or
Go forth and be chosen. Oh my gosh. I thought I picked something fairly easy I wouldn't have to really think about, but I'll tell you what, it's giving me a run for my money.
uh-huh.
First thing I
Just like
thought
I
of,
thought doing those flowers, and it's like, yeah, no, that it's
oh
not
no,
happening.
no, I wouldn't have chosen flowers. Uh, uh,
And I'm like, I thought it looked like just like what I'd done in the past that were super simple, that I'd just be like, oh yeah, I've done that before. I'll remember that. No, nope, 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 nope.
yeah, because I thought about that, and then I was like, to make the flowers to finish the seed packets that I've got made up.
Oh yeah.
And then I thought, no, because that requires too much paying attention to chains and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
Right.
So I opted out of that, and I thought, oh, these legs will be super simple. I can just whip right through those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about that, them flat levees that I made.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
about starting one of those, but then I was like, that just gives me another unfinished project just so I can think.
Right. Well, this blanket will be the first with these squares that I'll be getting my little mat out that I got,
Oh, yeah.
that I got there at the thrift store,
So
so I
here's my
can stretch
question.
them.
Did it come with pegs or what do you use for the pegs to
No, it did not come with pegs. So, um, let me go look at it here really quick. It did not come with pegs though, and I wish it, but I can't remember what the size of the holes on them are. I have it over here. Because I'm thinking I could use pins on it, but
That's what made me think of that.
oh, yeah, it is. It's like where you can use the pins.
Cool.
And that's what I was thinking, and I think that's really the only reason why I ended up was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it because yeah, here it is.
I just couldn't remember what
So
because
yeah,
I mean I remembered that, but I couldn't remember
yeah,
what you used to put it in place.
right, yeah. So yeah, just yeah, it has like the little pinholes in it. So yeah, I can just put pins in it and it'll be fine. So it says doily stretcher, but you can totally use it for anything. So yeah, I'm excited to use that. And it's big enough that I can put several on there at a time. So, which is nice.
Okay. Well, it's enough of that project.
Can you two play a game where one of you says a word and the other says a word that rhymes with that one until someone wins? Example, Johnna cat, Lenora hat, Johnna mat. Oh, geez. That would require way too much participation and brain.
I think my brain's just on crochet overload trying to get so much done.
Yeah. Well, like that one night whenever I came on, it was just like, okay, I have no clue what I'm going to work on. I was like, and then somebody had asked me at some point around that time, I think,
Oh yeah, yeah.
if I'd ever had burnout, basically, or whatever. Not burnout, but they worded it differently, but basically it was the same thing. Or plateaued, I guess, is what they said. And it's like, no, not really. But then it was like, yeah, I kind of did. I kind of did this a little bit. Because usually I can come up with something, but I wasn't coming up with nothing. And I didn't really care, whatever. But then the next day came and then I was through that. But sometimes it is. It's just you're doing so much.
Yeah, and you go, like, hit a little roadblock, you know what you need to get done, but nothing looks fun.
Mhm.
Then you just kinda stalemate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here, anyway, here's my little beehive,
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
and you open him up.
That
I
is
made it
so cute. I have
'cause,
not seen those.
I don't remember who made it. They also do a mushroom, and they got little
Oh, yeah.
bugs, like snails and stuff that you can make and
Okay.
put inside. Cause like, this would have the
Right.
little bumblebee,
Uh-huh.
and my daughter had made a bumblebee, and it sat over here forever and ever and ever waiting for a beehive. And now
Right.
I have the beehive done and no little bee.
No bee.
Mhm.
Aw.
I don't know what I've done with him. I don't know if I finally said I'm never gonna get that beehive done and threw him in the tote to sell just by himself. I don't know. I figure if
Well,
I did, we'll find it at an event, but in the meantime, he's buzzing around the house somewhere. So I'm like, "I will not make more bees because you know what's gonna
God.
happen."
I was gonna say, you might just have to make just one little bee, and then if you do find him, then he has a friend.
Well, I was gonna make an extra because it's pretty decent size down in there,
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was gonna put 2 of them in there. Anyway, I don't know, I don't remember them being this big when I made them last time.
Yeah.
Those sold really fast, especially when they found out there was a bee inside there.
I could see, I mean, because the bees, I
Yes,
mean,
it's
they are
yeah.
popular. So,
Yeah, I think it was the year because I didn't do it was the year before last, 'cause I made that's when we were doing the farmer's market, and they were selling down at the farmer's market. I never got to take them to an actual event or anything, which is okay, but it goes back to, like, what you said about the whole, "Yeah, you can sell your stuff this way, but you also wanna sell it that way."
mhm. Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
and then the little I don't know where my tablet went. Anyway oh, there it is. There's a little well, it's not so much little, but there's a mushroom that you can do, and the whole top
Mm.
of the mushroom lifts up.
Yes, she does, Jeanette.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a deer above your head? And I said, yes. A trophy deer over your head. And I said, yes, she
We
does.
don't acknowledge the deer. Deer's got more popularity than we do.
He can have his own channel.
And that's what I was gonna say. He could have his own okay, so there's the little mushroom,
Aw.
and the cap of it opens up.
Oh, wow, yes, that would be cute.
Yes. I can't
Yes.
you can't make those fast enough, especially
Yeah.
once they realize that there's something down in and those little snails,
Mhm.
I make those up in my scraps and sell them for $3 and
Well,
you're
that's what I was gonna say. I'm looking at the TV now to look at it a little bit better because there's delay.
right,
But yeah, so yeah, you could totally use your scrap and stuff and still yeah.
for the little snails? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it don't take very much at all to so I got $3 basically free,
right.
because I'm using less than this amount, size of a
Right.
ball of the
Right.
Bernat,
Right. Right.
and then there's a sorry, it's thinking about as fast as I am. We'll get there.
I understand.
A little stump with a
Oh
spider.
my gosh. Oh, wow, I hadn't seen that either.
Yeah. Well, these are older patterns. They're a couple
Oh, are
years
they?
old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I made up the stump, and then because of the size of the stump, I used velvet for the spider, so he'd be small enough because
Oh,
I don't know, I just
right.
felt like that was better. So then I took a string and I tied the spider to the underside of the lid, So when they would raise that lid up to look
Gotcha.
inside, that little spider would come.
Yes, these little web. Yeah, that would be cute. That would be cute.
That part was more for my entertainment than anything, but yeah, I didn't want the kids playing with them and then lose your little
Ooh.
bugs, because they're gonna pick them up, they're gonna play with them,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Right,
and
right.
and so I tied them on there so we wouldn't lose them, and that's just what I thought would be, and it was great fun having that tied to there. And the lady that bought it, I told her, I said, you can cut that string off. I said, I just put that on there so the little kids could lose it or wouldn't lose it. And she's like, oh
Uh-huh.
no, I like it right where it's at.
Where it's at.
So,
Yeah.
it kind of falls in that everybody says my stuff's aimed at kids when they make the amigurumi. I sell every bit as much, if not a little more, to adults than I do to the kids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like, okay, well, you can have. There was a lady at an event last year. She bought my fairy that I don't know if you saw it. Maybe I didn't have a picture of it up yet. Anyway, she was a fairly good sized little fairy and she bought it for herself. And she
Yeah.
was, an older woman.
Right.
So it's not just catering to
No, it's
little
not.
kids.
Yeah.
I've had people come in and be like, "Oh, I want one of these so bad, but it wouldn't be right." And I'm like, "Why? You won't be the first one." Next thing you know,
Right. Yeah.
"Oh, well,
Because I know that one market that I did in the fall with the lady that was right next to me, that's all she did do was just the plushy amigurumi stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
that's all she did. She didn't do anything else. And the vast majority of the people that were coming, they were all adults. I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
there were some kids in there too, but it was adults who was specifically seeking certain things because she did have some other stuff, that comic booky type things and
Right.
whatever, just kind of
Right.
like the new things that are out right now. And there is a want for that. So, and yeah, the majority of them were adults. So
A 34-point buck. That's impressive.
I don't know that I've ever seen a 34 point, but that would be
I don't know where the spaghetti went to,
uh-oh.
but it's the kids' toys, and I've had a house full for how many days now? So I have
Right?
no. You were lucky I found it the first time, and that was only because I'd been in there cleaning. And I'm throwing them. I'm in there. I'm worse than the kids. I'm in there. I'm throwing all them toys out, trying to find that dang spaghetti so I could bring it back and show him. And then I looked up because the toy box has a little bookcase, and there it sat, just right there on that book on the little bookshelf. I'm like, seriously, I just threw all these toys out.
Oh gosh.
Oh, of course, here comes the next little kid. Somebody threw all the toys out.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry about it. I'll clean it up this time.
Grandma made a mess.
Yeah, I bet it is. That does not surprise me at all. Yeah, I don't have any toys in here. They've picked them all up because I have a whole food line. Anything that didn't quite turn out like I wanted, here you go.
Uh-oh.
Or if like the one thing, what was it? Um, I can never remember. That bread that's like a pita bread, but they call it starts with an F. I can never say it right, but I don't know what it is.
Focaccia or something
No,
like that? Oh.
it's like FARFELLA, something like that. I don't know. I'd have to read it. If I can read it, I can tell you what it is, but I
I
can't
don't
just tell
know.
you.
Fettuccine? No, I don't think it's fettuccine. That's noodles. She's talking bread.
Well, he is in his spaghetti mode, so that's all
That
I can
is
think about is
true.
noodles.
That's true. That is true. I'll give him that.
Oh, I'm not even gonna say. Anyway, it's a bread, and it's,
Uh-huh.
like, hollowed out, and you put there you go, that's what it is. Um, the onions and the lettuce, all your sandwich goodies inside of it, and I don't remember if they confiscated, I don't remember what the deal was, but they ended up with a whole one of those. Oh, and it had meatballs with it too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Come across one of those in the dark and you got animals in the house.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they got all kinds of stuff, but it's usually just maybe there was something about it I didn't like, because I got a cupcake because I didn't like the way it's stuffed, and I wasn't gonna take it all back apart to, like, get it stuffed the right way.
Right. So it was a cupcake? You turned it
Yeah, it
into
was a
a
cup
cupcake?
No, it was a
Or it ended
cupcake.
up okay, it was a
No, it
cupcake.
was a
Okay.
cupcake,
Okay.
but when I stuffed it, I didn't quite shape it right to where it would stay shaped the way it needed to,
Gotcha.
and so they got that one. They have cups of coffee.
Right. Well, that's where some of my stuff is gonna go to the kids that, turned out a little wonky maybe and stuff and whatever. They don't care. They'll play with it. Good night, Kathy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night and hopefully talk to you again soon.
Jeanette, do you wanna know who made the pattern? Oh, you don't do patterns, never mind. Uh, I don't know if it trying to think. I guess I haven't made well, I made others of that bug set, but none of them really sell like them snails, but them snails, they sell no matter what color you
Yeah.
make 4 of them.
Well, even the patterns that I see on Pinterest and stuff, they're all different colors and all, patchy, like even looking and, really fun ones that
Right,
they're really cute. So, and no, you don't have to make them, I mean, you can do whatever you want. So,
right. Maybe I need
okay.
to just go back to my alligators.
Your alligator.
Huh?
Okay, a tomato and something. I can't make out what that other thing is.
Spaghetti sauce? Oh, I don't know. I don't look at the pictures.
I was trying to see what the emoji was, and I was like, I can see a tomato, but I can't tell what that other thing is.
Once they start going into emojis, I don't even look at them because I can't make them out, even if
Well,
I
there's
have
some
the
of them I
glasses
can't
on.
either.
My daughter was getting we was kinda going back and forth, just who could be the biggest smart aleck, basically, okay? And I
Gotcha.
s and she had run her mouth, I made a point. It's what it boiled down to, and I got her.
Uh-huh.
And so she sent me this emoji and I said, "Are you flipping me off? Because that's what it looked like to me." And she's like,
Right?
"Oh my god, no, it's snorting." And I'm like, "Since when does that mean snorting?" And I looked it up. It really is. That's what it is. But when you
Oh
don't
my
look at
gosh.
it right, it looks like they're flipping you off.
Flipping you off, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
thought, "Oh, that's funny." I thought my cousin flipped me off the other day because he get sent that to me because I smarted something off. Now I
Right?
know he was just frustrated.
Oh my gosh.
She just knew when I got it to her, she's gonna get beat because I thought she did that.
Oh gosh.
But if you don't if you don't know the emojis and you're just
No.
looking at it, that's what it looks like, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few that I've kinda questioned too on what they're doing. I don't I can't
Yeah.
yeah. And I have to really look and say, "Okay, if I have to look that hard, it doesn't matter." It doesn't matter, I don't care. It's the chef's kiss emoji. Okay. I don't
Oh, good luck with that.
right. I'm gonna have to clean my glasses. I've put fingerprints all over them.
Said she ordered some Slinky toys and she's gonna try to make snakes out of them.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, that's a cool idea, and I seen it. Somebody was talking about it, but I didn't think I'd have the patience to, work that Slinky in there. Not after I worked around a coat hanger and it about did me in. Can you imagine doing around a
Yeah.
Slinky?
Well,
You let us know how that works.
I attempted to start making some of those flowers for those bouquets that I wanted to try to do,
Mhm.
and the wire having to crochet around the wire, that's gonna be fun. I'm not liking it. I've already ripped it out about 5 times,
Because
and
why?
it's
You should be just going over the wire.
yeah, I know. I know. That's
So
what I was
lay it
doing.
so lay it okay, are
But
you making the
what I'm
first round?
using is on a spool wire. I'm not using like the just like the stem wire. So that's I think why I'm having is why it's frustrating me, why it's bugging me. So and the gauge of the
It doesn't
wire
tell you
maybe
how long of a piece to use,
yeah, it does, and I could cut it off, and I eventually
so you're
did because
torturing
I was
yourself.
just doing it just because I was trying it first, and I didn't cut it off first. So I did cut it off now, and I have like shaped it a little bit better because I feel like if I don't have it like whipping in the wind everywhere, then I'm doing better. So, but yeah, it's just
And it's easier
different.
to lay on
It's
top of
just
them
different.
stitches.
Yes, yeah. And so I did do that, but it's just that it's different. It's more involved than what I thought it was going to be. And so yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just going to have to trust the process.
Okay, so what gauge wire did you use? Do you remember?
Uh it's thinner. Oh shoot. Hold on, I think it's right over here. I want to say 30, but I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. No, it's a 24.
Okay.
So it's pretty thin and pretty flimsy. So
Is it
that could be part of my issue too.
I don't know,
Because go ahead.
what did your pattern call for? Because a lot of
It
them
didn't
call
give a
for
gauge. It didn't give a
Oh,
gauge.
okay. Because a lot of
It
the
just
ones that I've seen say 18 to 20 or,
oh
thereabouts.
no, wait a minute. It did. I take that back. Because it says 24 gauge here, but it told me in the millimeters what it needed. And so it did say uh, for for the majority of the flowers that I found, it was the point five zero whatever millimeter, and this is like a 51.51 millimeter. So I take that back. But that's how they were doing they didn't just do it as a gauge, they were doing it by the millimeter. Because
Ah,
it is a foreign pattern. But it's written in English. It's a very well made pattern. I can follow it. There's
yeah.
nothing hard about it that way. So, but yeah, she gave it in millimeters. I remember now. So I take that back. So yeah, I got the right gauge, but to me, it's just so flimsy. I want I want a little bit more bulk to it is what I feel like, but then I'm afraid if you do that, then it won't bend right to make them look more
Yeah,
real,
that's what I was
you
gonna
know?
say. For a
So
flower, yeah,
right.
for a flower,
Yeah.
you'd want just a little more so it would have the keep the delicate look
Mhm.
to it, or you could
Right.
ruffle the edges if you wanted, kinda wrinkle them up or whatever.
Right.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, it does, I know what you mean. So, I don't
I was
know,
just
I'm
wondering.
just it's new for me, it's new, so it's just I'm just gonna have to just after I get through this blanket, and I'm gonna have to decide when I'm gonna attempt it. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to click this in if I can get up. So, it's gonna take me concentrating a little bit more on it.
Jeanette, have you made the flowers, or have you just used it in your, toys?
'Cause I don't have my Fire over here, my Amazon Fire thing or whatever over here, tablet thing. Because I have the patterns saved on there, they're really pretty, and it's not hard patterns. It's just
No,
getting
they're
used to
not.
doing the wire.
They
Doing
are
the
very
wire, that's what I have to get
surprisingly.
used to.
Yeah. They are, like,
Yeah.
super easy when you walk into it
Mhm.
expecting it to be all complicated because it looks all delicate and frilly or, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And I had used I don't know what size it was. I kinda took a wire out of another craft project,
Yeah.
and I thought it was gonna be stiff enough, but I'd never seen the flowers. Oh my god, what are they? Butterballs or something like that?
Okay.
Oh. Basically, they're like a round ball,
Okay.
and I had used that wire for the stem, but just
Mhm.
the weight of the ball on the end of it caused it to, like, flip,
Like,
fall
layover.
over. It wasn't
Yeah.
sturdy enough. So that's why I was asking was, if you had actually messed around with it, if it was a good weight,
Yeah.
so to speak, because I need
Well,
it to
for the
kinda
petals
go
so
over.
far, yeah, for the petals part, because I was working more, it was an orchid, no,
Oh,
yes. I think it was an orchid that I started doing the petals on it, and it does great for that and for that type of thing, but I actually got the stems because it said it gave me, like, measurement and whatever type for to do the stems. So I went ahead and got some of those at Hobby Lobby to go ahead and do those, and then you just wrap them with the yarn.
right.
Because I wondered about
Right.
doing, like, the floral tape even on them at some point just to make them look like they were maybe more real or something, but really, nah. I mean, I'll
Once
probably
you
just
wrap
end
that
up doing like
yeah,
what she
once
has done, wrapping it with the yarn. So,
and they look if you make sure you get it all right up next to each other, it looks really good.
yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll do just fine, so but,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just I'm just gonna have to just practice and be patient with it since it's different, you know? So, it'll be fine, but, yeah, I don't know. I ripped it
I think I
out
saw the
because I
cactus.
kept the cactus.
Yeah.
Dolphin did a hand-shaped posable cactus. Oh, wow.
I'm almost sure I saw the cactus. Didn't you put that in a video? Mhm. Yeah, the cactus, houseplants, any of that all sells and has sold really well for several years. It's just you get tired of making the same thing over and over.
Right. Right. And that's one thing that I have not made. This is my first attempt at doing, even like the bouquet type things and stuff, because I wanted to try to get just smaller ones made or something like for a Mother's Day type thing or something like that even, but we'll see. Or even just for me to use as
We
gifts,
outlasted
to make as
chosen.
gifts.
That's all I was waiting on. I was just waiting to outlast him.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Good night. See you later. Spaghetti's journey. Oh jeez.
yeah, that's what I made those too, was the hanging plants. They're actually super simple. I mean, they're no different than your other plants.
Right. Because I've seen different patterns for those too. So
Yeah. I mean, it's just before you put that last, you know how your strings come down like this. Before you put that last one on, you want to tack it and then hold it up and make sure your plant doesn't go
right. Yeah, I've done the actual plant holders, but I've not done like any plant to go in it type thing. But I've done the holders. And you are right. You want to make sure you're balanced
well,
because yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, Jeanette was talking about doing hanging plants.
Oh,
That's what I was like, yeah. Because even when you make the plant and put it in there, you still want to do it. It's kind of like all those. Have you seen the car hangers? There are little animals on the swings and everything.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. I laugh because we know to adjust them so they don't flip over. How many people bought those and he
Oh gosh.
was hanging just fine at the event. I don't know why he's not hanging now. That's kind of like a cruel joke.
Oh my gosh. Oops. Oops.
I thought that's why I did the little ghost. You know, I
Oh,
made 2 of
yes.
them. I
Yeah,
think I
I
made
did the
2. I
ghost
don't
and pumpkin hanger thing. I did
yeah.
those. Yeah.
And it was I did it in the velvet and it was super cute. But in the process of doing that is when I'm just like, yeah, if you don't get this thing set on here just right, it's just gonna flip. So I would tack mine down to make sure that this little swing wouldn't move. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what is happening was the swing would move and then your weight would shift. But that
True.
every time I'm always thinking about that because a lot of them are a slap it together, and it's just like,
Right.
yeah. So if I ever
Right.
come through the parking lot and I see one of the things hanging upside down, I swear I probably won't make it out of the parking lot.
Can I help you?
I can fix it. I know I can.
Please just let me in so I can fix it. Yeah. Mm, that's too funny. Oh my gosh.
Yep, I can believe that too. Them Highland cows.
I have seen those and thought that they were so cute too because I even had one of those blanket ones that had the head and everything, all that
Oh,
that I
oh
thought would
yeah,
be so
yeah.
cute to do. Haven't done it. Haven't done it. But they're adorable. But
They sure are.
well, because
They ain't
you have
they
that
ain't
one,
no
don't you?
fun.
Is yours a Highland or no? That you
Where?
showed me the other day. That one lovely
Oh
thing
yeah,
or whatever
but
you had.
it's fur. It'll be fur on top of there. Doing
Yeah,
all those little loop-de-loo-doos and everything.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I seen one of our one of the more popular makers or video, can't
Yeah.
think of the word, YouTubers. He's on Instagram and he's
Yeah.
given let me show you an easy way to make the loops, and I'm watching it and I'm like, had you read the instructions, that's how you were supposed to do it in the first place.
Oh gosh.
But he figured it out.
Right.
That's one of
Yeah.
those keep scrolling, just keep scrolling moments, 'cause I'm like,
Right.
"I know that's how it tells you to do it in the instructions if you
Yeah.
learned by book." Like, that poor guy's been struggling, and why?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't
No.
know, and they were all on there, "Oh my god, you're my hero," and I'm like, "Read a book!"
But read the instructions.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh. Oh.
Too
Oh
much
boy.
fun.
Well, it's probably time for me to go off. I think we're at 1 o'clock, aren't we? Oh yeah, we're
I have
past
no
one
idea.
o'clock.
Oh, yeah, it's 1:16, and we've outlasted everybody. Well, except for
Right?
Jeanette. Jeanette's hung in with us.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody here's already gone.
All right. Yeah, I don't even
Oh,
I haven't seen anything out of Sam here for a minute, so yeah, I better get off of here too. So I'm at a stop and point myself.
you just got home from work and you've been on here for how long?
I was gonna say you were at work and able to watch us and listen to us and whatever,
Aggravate chosen.
right? Oh gosh. Oh, I'm starting to yawn.
Well, it is past your bedtime.
Anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's why I don't know, I just knew as soon as I see it. Because at first when I read the message, I didn't know if you meant anytime between 10 and 1:30 is when he needed the thing, and I'm like, "Wait, what? I'm
Um,
lost here." That's why I was like, "Wait, are you talking 10:30 is the start time?"
oh.
And then as the evening's
Well, between
going on
9:30 and 10, yeah, so
but as the
because that's
evening's
what I was
going on. Huh?
well, that's what I was asking him what would be best because I didn't know for sure what time he wanted to get back on. Because there's certain times, like on the weekend
Right,
and stuff, then he is on pretty well all night long.
right,
And so I just didn't know if he would rather me get on at 9 and maybe get off at midnight or do the 10, since sometimes, like what we were saying, it seems like on the weekend, the later you're on, the more that's kinda on and whatever. So, then we just decided on the 10 o'clock. So, it was like, "Okay, I don't care, that's fine with me, and I can get off around 1." So, anyway, he was fine with that, and I was like, "Okay," which I'm surprised he's not been in here yet, to tell you the truth.
right.
So,
But,
but
yeah, in the meantime, all the other nights we did 9 o'clock and everybody just cleared out and everything, and then
yeah.
tonight was 10 o'clock, and I was like, "Man, I'm glad she moved it an hour later because things are just happening." Oh, the house
Right?
didn't even clear out till after 7.
Oh,
Then to pick
wow,
up
yeah.
pick up the one daughter from work. Well, then she wanted to have a sleepover with her friend, and her friend said, "Well, can you come over about 9:30?" Okay, I'm just staring at her, and she's like, "What?" And I said, "I'm doing a live tonight, and 9:30 might be the start time." "Oh," I said, "She hasn't texted, so you're good." Just,
Right?
I'm thinking, they get antsy, they don't wanna be late, but it's after 9:30, and now I'm just like, "Now you're testing me. Now you're toying around with me because I gotta drive you across town and be
Oh
back."
gosh.
And so then when you text me, I was getting something to eat because I was starving.
Right.
I was like, all the things kept snowballing, and I'm like, the universe was watching out for us is what it was.
There you go. There you go. It all worked out, so it's just fine. I work alone, so I can set the phone up so I can hear while I get my stuff done. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Makes it easy, I guess.
I was gonna say you've been pretty well, I did notice there for a little bit. You didn't say much, but you have been
Yeah.
pretty chatty for somebody at work.
Right, right. I would have thought it'd been a little hard to, but
Alright.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and
Have fun tomorrow.
yeah,
Don't.
it'll be fun. It will. I mean, the place that we're going it's a new place, and I'm just kind of interested to see what it looks like on the inside. They've got it set up as like an old speakeasy type place. So, like a 1920s-ish, kind of thing. So, I think it'd be kind of fun to go and just see it because they totally
Night,
redid this
Jeanette.
whole entire building. So,
Uh-huh.
good night. So it'll be kind of fun just to go and see it because I haven't been to it or anything yet. So anyway,
You were
it'll be
looking
fun
forward
to
to it
see.
to the other day, so don't talk yourself out of it. I already
It'll
hear
be
it.
all right.
I already see the pattern. It's like you're getting closer to time, you're like, "Maybe I just don't quite feel like I'm gonna go. Do
Well,
I wanna drive that
no.
far? I'll be driving back in the dark. Hang in there, you can do this."
Oh, yes, I will, and I really do wanna go because I really do wanna see what it looks like, and, there are some people I do wanna see that I haven't seen since I've been gone, honestly. So,
Right?
but the one girl that's going, she and I are really close, we're really good friends, and so we're going together, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, so
It will once you get there, or you
oh,
get
yeah,
on the road. Once you get on the
right.
road and get committed, everything will be fine.
Yes, yes, because,
It's getting the
I know how my future self can be, and you're right, sometimes you commit to something and you're thinking, "Past self, why did you do that? Why did you? Why?"
uh,
But I'm okay
no.
with this. I am
Future
okay.
self is saying, "I can get out of this. I know I can get out of this." Or
And
maybe I'm really
sometimes we do make a way for that.
yeah, because like, I might be real excited to go and do something, but if you give me too long for the excitement to wear off, well, now I don't wanna leave home.
Well,
I
I've
have
done
no
that too.
desire.
I've done
Yeah.
that too.
That's why I was just like, "Wait a minute, the tone changed. Don't do that, because I know that tone."
Oh gosh.
I got some micromanagers 2 months ahead of time. "What do you think about this?" "I don't know. Ask me when that month gets here. We'll discuss it."
Right, right.
Now I've got at least one of them trained to where the week of, she'll get a hold of me and be like, "Okay, here's what's going on." I'll
Right.
call I'll get a hold of you at the end of the week and remind you
Oh
because
gosh.
that just builds anxiety for me.
Yeah,
Planning that far out or having that long of a time frame to have to wait for something just builds the anxiety for me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I no longer care if I go or not."
yeah. Well, anyway, and I understand that. I mean, there's times where, yeah, for certain things, it depends on kind of what it is. And if uh, who all is involved, type thing too
True.
sometimes. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. Yep. Alright, we better get off of here. We're gonna
okay.
have another round
Yeah,
starting
I
to
know,
show
I
up.
know, I know, we will. Okay. Well, good night. And thanks for
Yep.
hanging out with me.
Right?
So,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, you're welcome.
We
Anytime.
outlasted everybody.
Yeah, pretty well. Okay, good night. I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
Okay, bye.
Bye.